Hello dear students and friends, welcome back to our channel Mechanical Engineering Made Simple. So till yesterday we have discussed the number of bits, very important questions for your assistant motor vehicle inspector till 8:30. Today we are going to see some more very important questions and good questions as far as your subject is concerned, automobile engineering and mechanical, right? So here the next question is the percentage of magnesium and copper in the LOEX alloys. This is a special alloy used for the pistons. Okay, used for piston is about, this is a good question. So what is the percentage of magnesium and copper in this particular special alloy used for pistons? This is the answer is 1%. The answer is 1%. This is a good question, probably, right? Next question, in taper pistons. So this is one. So today in this video we are going to discuss mostly about the pistons, right? We are going to thoroughly discuss about the pistons so that no question, okay, barring these questions which we are discussing, can be asked by the examiner in your AV examinations, right? So I have searched from all angles, okay, your AMVI, your IC engines by V Ganeshan, and I have prepared the questions for your examination. Okay, so today we are going to thoroughly discuss about the pistons and their composition and where they are used, how many types, etc. Okay, let us continue. So in the taper pistons, what happens? The piston diameter becomes uniform under running conditions, or a better expansion control is achieved, or the expansion of the piston skirt is restricted, or the tendency of the slapping of the piston is eliminated. In taper pistons, what happens is the piston diameter becomes uniform under running conditions. Your answer is A. Next question. The expansion of piston skirt is okay, right. Yes. Next question. The bi-metal pistons. Okay. So what they do? Those the pistons are made of two metals. That's why they are called bi-metal pistons. Okay. So what is their significance? What is their importance? Do they restrict expansion of skirt, or do they achieve or help in achieve better expansion control, or are they corrosion resistant, or maintain smaller cold clearances? This cold clearance is very important. Okay, so the maintaining of cold clearance is very important from the operation point of view of the IC engine. So now these bi-metal pistons, they maintain smaller cold clearances. Next question, boys. The anodized piston, this is one more type of piston. So far we have already seen three types of piston: taper piston, bi-metal piston, and anodized piston. We are going to see the anodized piston, anodized with aluminum, or have. So what they have? Do they have good bearing properties, or are they wear and heat resistant, or are they safe against scoring? Scoring is one sort of failure of these pistons. Okay, we'll discuss about that later. So good lubrication during starting. Do they possess the good lubrication properties during starting? Actually, the anodized pistons, anodized with aluminum, are good bearing, they have good bearing properties. Good bearing properties. Next question. So this is one more type of piston, boys. So we have reached fourth type of piston, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. So in the Econo guide piston, the skirt contact area is reduced by about, this is a good question, boys. So this is almost reduced by 75%. This is one more advantage. So in Econo guide pistons, the skirt contact area is reduced by about 75%. 75%. Your answer is D. Next question. The type of, this is one more piston, okay, type of piston. The type of piston used in where the engine temperature exceeds the working range for oil-cooled aluminum alloy pistons are. What type of these pistons? Are the tinned pistons, or two-piece pistons, or squeeze cast pistons, or cast steel pistons? These are tinned pistons. These are the tinned pistons. Okay, boys. Next question. The cast steel piston. This is one more type. Okay, so we are going deeply into the subject so that no area is untouched about each topic. That is how we are thoroughly preparing. So definitely, if you are preparing like this, so there are good number of, mostly you are going to succeed. There is no doubt about it. Right. Next, the cast steel pistons are usually coated with what metal? Is it silicon, or copper, or cadmium, or zinc? So these cast steel pistons are usually coated with cadmium. Cadmium is another important metal which are normally used for the pistons and coating some other elements also. Alright. Now, in which of the following types of pistons the raised pads shaped specially assist the creation of hydrodynamic lubrication? Okay. So is it? So here the raised pads. So they are the pads are raised in this type of pistons. So they assist in the creation of hydrodynamic lubrication. So lubrication is very important to reduce the friction and heat generated. This is very important. This is going to improve the performance or efficiency of the engine, IC engine. So our effort will always be to reduce the friction and hence improve the efficiency of the engine. Okay, so here, so what is this type of piston? So it is, this is your answer is Econo guide pistons. In Econo guide pistons, what happens? The raised pads shaped specially, they assist in the creation of hydrodynamic lubrication. Your answer is Econo guide pistons. Okay, boys. Next question. So today we are discussing 10 bits. Again, very good questions. Next question. The type of piston in which, this is one more piston, okay. The type of piston in which the ceramic or metal fiber introduced provide local strengthening or increased wear resistance. Okay, these are the required properties for any piston. So like strength and wear resistance are very important. So in this type of piston, it is the answer is squeeze cast piston. In the squeeze cast piston, which is normally in which ceramics or metal fibers are induced, they provide the local strengthening. So piston need to be strengthened locally at some locations. Actually, this is called local strengthening, and also it is going to increase the wear resistance of the piston. So these type of pistons are nothing but your squeeze cast pistons. Squeeze cast pistons is the answer. Alright, today boys, last bit. So before we conclude, I request you all of you, so I have made number of videos, so please open my channel, that is your mechanical engineering made simple. So you find number of videos for your competitive examination. Probably they will be useful for your academic exams also, for diploma holders, etc. And those who are doing your BTech mechanical also, they are helpful for your academic subject as well. Of course, we are discussing the questions for your AMV examination. Okay. So if you sincerely feel, if you get the feeling that, if you are in the opinion of you, if you feel that it is improving your subject, or it is helping you to improve your subject or revise your subject thoroughly, or start from even the fundamentals. Okay, first, for example, you don't know anything about your automobile engineering, right? So if you think that it is helping you to even start from your fundamentals, so please like my channel, like, comment, subscribe and share among your groups and contacts. Okay, boys, today the last bit, the phenomenon of piston expanding and becoming light in the cylinder is known as. This is a good question, boys. Please mark it very important. This type of questions are normally asked to test your subject knowledge. The phenomenon of piston expanding and becoming tight in the cylinder is known as, is it piston scoring, or is it piston scuffing, or is it piston burning, or is it none of these? So you must be having confusion between scoring and scuffing. So as I told you, I was telling you number of times, so please don't choose the bit none of these. None of these is very rarely the answer. So here you might be having doubt between the scoring and scuffing. Actually, this is the scuffing. So what is scuffing now? By now, so it is the phenomenon of piston expanding and becoming tight in the cylinder. This is called something called squeezing. Okay. So sometimes this particular problem is raised by many users or customers. So piston pakad gaya bol ke bolte hai, right? So this is your piston scuffing. This is called piston scuffing. Right? So we have already marked this bit. So 840th bit, the phenomenon of piston expanding and becoming tight in the cylinder is known as piston scuffing. Why this is a good question, so please mark it very carefully and to concentrate on such type of bits, because they will try to twist. Okay, they are the opinion of, also the normally the psychology of the examiner is to twist the questions, or to confuse maximum, so please come out of that confusion. So how do you come out of the confusion? So unless you study the textbooks, so textbooks are nothing but your encyclopedia. Okay, guides may be available, but guides are only just help you once you have thoroughly studied the subject. Okay, so my advice for all of you, those who are preparing for AMVI examinations or APPSC or TSPSC, AE or AEE, or your GATE examination or any other competitive examination, okay, start from fundamentals. Okay, so there is no alternative, there is no shortcut for success. So definitely, if you read the study the subject, okay, the prescribed books for your AMV examination, that is V Ganeshan, Automobile Engineering by IC Engines by V Ganeshan, and also Volume 1, Volume 2, Automobile Engineering by Kripal Singh. Okay, definitely you are going to succeed. With that positive note, let us stop. Wish you all the best.